A 9-year-old little girl just in the 3rd grade. Can you imagine her getting up that morning and putting on her little clothes and going off to school and coming home, and somebody offers her a candy bar on the school bus? And it's a big treat because she has a very common disorder. It's called bladder reflux. And she's not supposed to have candy bars. But on that day, she had one. And then she fibbed to her stepmother and her grandmother about it. I guess they didn't want to bother with possibly changing her sheets that night if she urinated in the bed, if she TT'd overnight. I guess it was too much trouble for them. So what did they do? Instead of talking to her about what a candy bar could do to her tummy, they make her run and run and run and run until she's dead. Joining me right now from Gadsden, Alabama, Natalie Barton. She is with the Etowah County Sheriff's Office. Natalie, thank you for being with us. Right now, the stepmother and the grandmother are being held on what charges?
They are currently being held on murder charges.
And what is the mode of murder? Because in any murder indictment, you have to say they're shot to death, they're stabbed to death, they're bludgeoned to death, they're asphyxiation. What is the charge? What is the mode of murder in the charges against the stepmom and the grandmother?
This is felony murder on aggravated child abuse.
Aha, Natalie Barton, I understand. Joining us, Jonathan Hardison, CNN affiliate WBRC. Jonathan, what happened?
Well, Nancy, here's what investigators are telling us. Last Friday afternoon, about 3 o'clock, 9-year-old Savannah Hardin comes home from elementary school with her grandmother. She was fine when she left school. She gets back to her house, and that's when investigators say the grandmother discovered that at some point, we're not sure exactly when this was, maybe it was Friday, maybe it was the day before, the grandmother found out that Savannah had a candy bar. Now, she was not supposed to have chocolate, according to the grandmother, 46-year-old Joyce Garrard, because Savannah had a bladder condition that they believed chocolate could exacerbate or make worse. So to punish her, according to investigators, Joyce Garrard began making her grandchild run around the house. And this continued, they say, for about 3 hours until she collapsed into a seizure about 6:45. That's when her stepmom, 26-year-old Jessica Hardin, who, by the way, at the time was 9 months pregnant, calls 911 and says, my stepdaughter is having a seizure. Medics come out to the scene in rural Etowah County, northeast of Birmingham, take her to a local hospital. They decide she's in bad enough condition. They're going to airlift her to Children's Hospital in Birmingham, and that is where she died about noon on Monday. Now, add to this that investigators believe 26-year-old Jessica Hardin, the stepmom, should be charged with felony murder because they say she wasn't really instigating this, but she was a primary caretaker and should have stepped in to stop this before it happened.